Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, as we did yesterday, we are going to continue with division. I have given you the problem, 187 divided by 11. The very first thing I told you yesterday I want you to do is to write the multiples of your divisor. So 11 times 1, 11 times 2, 11 times 3. I only have to go down to 11 times 9. Why, you ask? Because you're only putting one number at a time in your quotient. One number at a time in your quotient. You're not doing that while I'm up here. So now I look. I gotta go one step at a time. Does 11 go into 1?
No.
No. It's not going to go into 1. Is 11 going to go into 18?
Yes.
Yes.
One time.
That means I'm going to have a 2-digit quotient. A 2-digit quotient. Liam, how many times does 11 go into 18? I'm going to look over here. In my multiples of 11, I want to get as close to 18 as I can without going over 18. Once. Because my choice 11, but the next one is 22. 22 is bigger than 18, so 22 I can't do. So now I multiply 1 times 11, which gives me what, Liam? 11. So now I have the difference of 18 and 11. So Liam, what is 18 subtract 11? Seven. Okay, now I'm done with my tens place. I'm going to bring down my ones place here. And since that's the number I'm bringing down, my next part of my quotient has to go directly above that 7. Directly above that 7. So I go back. Lakin, I need to get as close as I can to 77 without going over. So how close can I get to 77 without going over?
11 times 7.
11 times 7. Because 11 times 7 equals exactly 77. So if I make this a 7, I multiply, I subtract, I get a 0. So I don't have a remainder. I don't have a remainder. But I need to check to see if my answer is right. Because Emilio always tells me, Mr. McMurdo, make sure you check your work to get the correct answer. And so, Emilio, what did you tell me about checking division? I multiply. I take my quotient times my divisor, and it needs to equal my dividend. So I need to multiply 17 times 11. And if I do it correctly, I should get 187. So let's check 17 times 11. I'm going to start in my ones place. I'm going to make, this is one of those, just put it,
It's trash.
so, yeah, but you could have gone like that. So Stephanie, what is 1 times 7? 7. Stephanie, what is 1 times 1? 1.
You forgot. You didn't grab anything.
I don't care. Shh. Now I'm on to my tens place. So Stephanie, what is 1 times 7?
7.
Stephanie, what is 1 times 1? 1. So now I need to find the sum of these two products. Stephanie, what's 7 plus 0?
7.
What's 1 plus 7?
7. What?
8. And 1. So I get 187. So, this matches my dividend.
Good job.
This matches my dividend.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm going to put another one up there, and I'm going to pause it
Oh, no.
and let you try.
Okay.
And we're back. Now, while we were paused here in class, I had 427 students raise their hand saying, I don't get it. However, those 427 students did not write the multiples of 12. I don't know why they didn't write the multiples of 12, because I told them the first step is always, and I mean always, to write the multiples of the divisor. I said that on the last problem, I said that yesterday, and now all of a sudden, 37 seconds goes by, and students are like, what? We gotta list the multiples? I don't understand what you're saying. That's just cray-cray. So we gotta list our multiples of 12. So, Kira, read off the multiples of 12 for me. 12 times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. Not 56, is it? 48, and then 60. 60, 12 times 6. 96, 108. All right, now that I have my multiples of 12, pretty much all of the thinking is done for me. I really don't have to do a lot of deep brain thinking here once I've listed those multiples of 12. I gotta know less than and greater than, and I have to know how to subtract. That's it, really. All right, so Blake, does 12 go into 1? Do you see 1 anywhere? Do you see a number less than 1 or exactly 1 anywhere on my multiples of 12? No. So it doesn't go into 1. Blake, does 12 go into 17? Can you find a number as close to 17 as you can get without getting over in our multiples of 12? What is it, Blake? 12. Because 1 times 12 is 12. If I went 2 times 12 is 24, and that's greater than 17. So I'm going to have a 2-digit number, and Blake just told me my digit in my tens place has to be a 1. Because if I made it a 2, it's too big. So then, Blake, what is 1 times 12? Look, I've already done it. What is 1 times 12? 12. I put that under the 17. Why? Because I'm taking 12 into 17. That's why that number in my quotient is up there. That's why it's up there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, Blake, I need to subtract. 17 subtract 12 is? Shh. 5. And I bring down the 9. Now, since I'm taking this into the one that has a 9 in the ones place, my next number needs to go right directly above the 9. God bless you.
Thank you.
So, Blake, looking at my multiples of 12, which one is as close as I can get to 59 without going over?
48.
48. So 48 is here, and that's 4 times 12. So I'm only putting a 1-digit number up there every time. So 4 times 12 is 48. I subtract 59, subtract 48. Blake, what's 9 subtract 8? 1. And 5 subtract 4 is? 1. Blake, do I have anything else to bring down?
Oh.
Are there any other numbers in my dividend to bring down? No. So this becomes my remainder. 14, remainder 11. My remainder can never, ever be bigger than my divisor.
You're so loud.
It cannot be bigger than my divisor. Now, if I want to check my answers, because as Emilio said earlier, he likes to get his answers done correctly. He likes to get it done correctly. So he wants to check. He's going to multiply 14 times 12 and then add the remainder. So the quotient times the divisor plus the remainder. Quotient times the divisor, add the remainder. So I need to see what 14 times 12 is. So Shania, I'm going to start in my ones place. Shania, what is 2 times 4?
8.
8. So I have an 8 in my ones place here. Shania, what is 2 times 1?
2.
2. I am done in my ones place. Now I'm moving to my tens place. Since I'm moving to my tens place, I have a 0 in my ones place. This is where it gets difficult, Shania. Shania, what is 1 times 4?
4.
4. Y'all congratulate Shania when you see her. I know she's famous.
Yeah.
Shania, what is 1 times 1?
1.
1. So now I need to find the product, or the sum of these two products. So Shania, what is 8 plus 0?
8.
8. Shania, what is 4 plus 2?
6.
6.
Oh no.
Shania, what is 1 plus nothing else?
1.
1. So now this should equal, wait a minute. How come 168 does not equal
Because you didn't add
170?
the remainder.
Because I didn't add the remainder. Thank you for yelling that out!
You're welcome.
So then I need to add the remainder, and I'm going to get 179, which is what I got here.
I got it right.
Always, 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 always start with writing your multiples.
Why don't you add it till 12? Like multiply it to 12.
Till 12 here? Because I can only put one digit at a time in here.
But
I can only
still
put-
helps.
I can only put one digit at a time in my quotient.
You're right.
So I don't need a 2-digit here. Otherwise, I'd just have to keep going until, if this went in 7,000 times, 12 times 7,000, that wouldn't make sense. Amelia, you got a question about this?
I got 19, not 14.
Well, I don't know how you got 19. Did you get 1 here?
Yeah.
And then you subtracted 17, subtract 12?
No.
Oh. That could be our problem. It's not funny. Liam,
I got
15. Did you get 17 subtract 12?
Yes.
And did you get 5 is the answer to that?
Yes.
And then you brought down the 9? Okay. I don't understand why you're laughing when other people got it wrong when you didn't finish.
Yeah, Lincoln. That's not funny.
Boom! Shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today. Subscribe and save the bees.